Here we have game number one, and we have Kamal versus Cameron Neal, and I'm rooting for Cam. Cam is an amazing player. I've seen him play throughout the years, here in the DFW, and I gotta say, I hope that he wins. Mitsurugi Yummy, Crystron K9, two very powerful decks. Only one will stand out on top, so we know that earlier Cam did beat Kamal in Swiss. That's the loss that Kamal had earlier today, but Kamal looks like he won the die roll, and there's a very big chance that he wins this. So we'll just have to see if Cam has what it takes to be able to beat him going second here. I know it's going to be tough because it's basically engine versus engine, but if there's one deck that can do it, it should be Mitsurugi Yummy. Now, we'll see what ends up occurring, but right now Kamal has a very great start with Jokul Solfador, which ends up dumping Solfefnir and the Smiger. But Cam drops a Fua here, so not all is lost. Question is, can Kamal play through the Fualos, or will he have to kind of sacrifice some of the power that his end board has in order to play later on during the second turn? And, well, currently, Fua being one of the strongest cards right now in the format, I still have my playset of Collector Rare, and boy, it's one of the most valuable cards that you can have at the moment. Now here at this current time frame, we are going to see Kamal utilize a Smiger to grab Inclusion, and it looks like he has a Droll in his hand. Droll being pretty strong against the Mitsuyami variant. Let's see. Will we see him commit to any more plays? Well, at the moment we do see Jokul adding a copy of Lantern. What more can we find? At the moment, it looks like nothing, but he could set up a Ripper. I think Ripper at the very least can be valuable enough to utilize. Let's see. He's really contemplating, but it might just be a pass from Kamal. We know Inclusion. It looks like Izuna is in hand. I think Lupus is also in hand amongst that Droll as well. So he's going to go ahead and link summon these two monsters to go for an artifact. Oh, okay, Dagda. So this is going to allow him to potentially lock Cam from being able to special summon any monsters aside from artifacts if he manages to get the lock. So on the summon, Izuna is going to come out special summoning itself. Dagda being able to go ahead and setting the artifact Mjolnir. And this is now going to send the Lupus. And he dropped the Droll so that Cam wouldn't get any more draws. Let's see if there is anything else that can be done here. I guess one thing that he could do is special summon out the Lupus. But does he have a way to pop the Mjolnir? I guess he will on the next turn, right? Okay. So he is going to go ahead and utilize that Jokul special, or the Lantern to special summon out the Jokul, and then overlaying for the Ripper here in defense mode. Of course, he cannot search anymore at this turn, but that is fine. Now he discards for the Solfefnir, and then he's able to pop the Mjolnir here. Now he's going to go ahead and overlay for the Quinnery, and then Quinnery effect to Reborn. Cam, I guess, does not have a way to stop this. Yeah, I mean, he bells and the Ripper's going to negate. Mjolnir effect is a mandatory effect. So even though Cam does not have any artifact monsters to summon, Mjolnir is a mandatory effect. So it will activate and resolve as much as possible. And Kamal showing that Cameron is not going to be able to play at all this game, and now he goes ahead and makes the Escaletas, which is going to allow him to add back the Inclusion or the Smyger. Okay, so it's adding back the Smyger. Looks like Tristaro's now banishing itself, popping the Escaletas to summon out 2 level 5s, being a Solfador and another copy of the Solfador. From here, he is going to be able to make Nova, summon out the Tristaros, of course, with the Escaletas, and now make Nova into Infinity. And that will be a game, in my opinion. So, oh yeah, and he can attach the Mjolnir. That's kind of intense. Yeah. Now, Inclusion, Banish, Special, make the Dragster, and pass. Yeah, this end board is amazing. How does Cam play around this? He does not. We're going to go to an immediate game number 2. Alright, game number 2, we are going to see Cam the Man Neal start for his turn. Yeah, I mean, getting locked with Mjolnir has to suck, but it's part of the game at this point, and we're going to see him start with Marshmallow Yummy. Does Kamal have an Izuna to be able to go for a Nash Knight, though? I think he does. I see the Izuna in hand, so we might be seeing a Nash Knight here soon. Izuna activating its effect, special summoning itself out from the hand, and we're gonna see him go ahead and dump a copy of Lupus to the graveyard. Now we're gonna see Lupus try to summon itself, but he does have the Ghost Bell to stop it. So I think one of the great benefits from playing Mitsurugi Yummy is you don't have to play the Dominus cards. You can't play Purge because you can't do Mitsu, and you can't play Impulse because you can't do Yummy. But the benefit is that you are open to be able to play some of the other great hand traps right now, which is Ghost Bell, which Mitsurugi has to debate whether or not, if you're playing Pure, to play it, because Impulse locks you out of using Earth monster effects on top of, I think, Wind and Lights, right? But being able to use Bell here in this matchup, really powerful stuff. So here we see Minion be placed by the Snatchy, summon itself, summon out the Marshmallow actually to now Synchro Summon for a copy of the Cupsy Yummy Way. Cupsy Yummy Way does not get interrupted, which is going to grab him both a copy of Cupsy Yummy and probably Lollipo. I think you'd value Lollipo in this matchup, but instead he will grab himself a copy of the Cookie Yummy. So from here, he has a few options. Oh, it looks like he has Ritual, Surprise already, and another spell in the back here. Let's see if he's able to go for Mitsurugi stuff. So he discards, I think that was Mirror. Yeah, it looks like that was Mirror. So I guess no Mitsurugi is going to hit the field right now. Unless there's a specific bridge that oh, well, you do have access to Herald, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens. So, the Cupsy is going to go ahead and grab a copy of Lollipo. Lollipo at this point should be able to summon itself out if he wants, unless he decides to go for the Samsara right now. So he goes ahead and synchros for a... Looks like he's going for the Metal Marcher. So here we see Metal Marcher effect to reborn back a tuner, which is going to be that Cupsy Yummy Way. Does Kamal have a nib here? Because I guess he would have to drop it on the level 1 that gets summoned, right? But I guess, yeah, I mean, at that point, Cam still is able to play. So we'll see what happens. Looks like Cam is taking his time on what the best play is at the moment. So he's going to link off the Cupsy for a copy of the Snatchy. Now we're going to go ahead and see him special summon out the Cookie, Cookie to not use his effect, looks like. He is... Okay, never mind. He will use the effect here. Now he's going to go ahead and Synchro Summon for the Herald here, I believe. And then he can make an SP Little Knight. And now with the Lollipo here, he is going to go ahead and summon back 2 from the graveyard, which ends up being a copy of Cookie and Cupsy. Now, it is clear to me at the very least that if Kamal is continuing to play, he at least has something in mind to be able to play against the full Yummy Mitsurugi board. But we'll see if he ends up scooping it up here soon. Cam deciding to make the Herald into the extra monster zone so that he can go for the Gravity Controller. That way he doesn't have to use 2 monsters to make for an SP and then block his extra monster zone. So Herald is going to now go ahead and add him a copy of Habakiri more than likely. And it looks like that is going to be the case. Now here's one thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to go ahead and give Kamal any cards in the graveyard, because any cards in the graveyard such as Sulfador, Sulfetnir, Thisvern, Smyger, hell, Inclusion is going to allow him to be able to play his turn with some extra resources. So it looks like we're going to see him activate the Habakiri. I think he's choosing to summon and tribute the Aramasa, so no, he is going to tribute the Gravity Controller. And it's not like he needs to resolve the Aramasa anyway, so like if he got hit with a Veiler, he would have been fine. But he is going to go ahead and utilize Murakumo here. Now from here, he's going to be able to utilize the Mitsurugi Ritual to summon out either Habakiri or Murakumo. My guess would be Murakumo, because they probably only play 1 copy of Murakumo in the Yummy Mitsurugi deck, which ends up being the case. So Murakumo, tributing the Saji and Kusanagi. Oh, it looks like he also plays Futsu, so he can utilize the Murakumo here with the Ritual to get a Futsu out on field here later. Chainlink 1 to add the Ritual, Chainlink 2 to grab a spell, really vice versa. So this is going to grab him the Prayers, so this is going to be very good follow-up for him next turn. Now he can go ahead and Ritual Summon for the Futsu in the deck by tributing the Murakumo if he wants, or looks like right now what he's going to do is Lollipo to shuffle back the Lupus back into the deck. That way Cam doesn't have to worry about it right in the near future. Now he's going to Synchro Summon for the Samsara Cat. Samsara Cat is going to probably hit the grave here soon, and it is going to do so by either Link or what's it called, Synchro Summoning, but it looks like it will be for the IP Masquerena. The Samsara will now be able to shuffle the Herald back from the graveyard, special summoning itself out, in order for him to have access to the Herald next turn. And now he's going to go ahead and Yummy Surprise, so it looks like he's going to do it right away. Yeah, I guess that's worth it, right? Because Marshmallow can grab back the Surprise from the graveyard to the hand, and now you have Murakumo, Herald, you'll have Futsu, you have IP Masquerena. I mean, dude, there's a lot happening on this end board right now. Really showcasing the strength of Yummy Mitsurugi, something that he couldn't do in top 4. That he can do right now. So Tribute, Ritual for the Futsu, and then effect of the Murakumo to go ahead and add himself more than likely Purification. And I mean, how do you beat this? You have 2 Omni Negates, 1 Negate that can be responded to by just simply discarding, the Surprise follow-up, the Lollipo follow-up, the Link Summon into SP with the IP, infinite special summons from the Futsu. I mean, there's so much going on here. So much. So Kamal picking up his cards, it looks like, and going on to game 3. Both players showcasing how strong their decks are, and now we're going to see who ends up being champion in the final game of this finals match. Alright, We are back with the third and final game, and this is going to show who is worthy of being champion. Here we see Kamal being able to start, and he starts with a Noroi. Noroi being able to utilize its effect to special summon out Jokul from the deck here. No Fua from Cam this time, which is a little unfortunate, but here we'll go ahead and see him add a copy of Jokul. Now he's going to overlay for the Ripper. Now, I mean, this is the main reason why I love K9. It's the fact that you're able to set up a end board that as you're going through it, you're always able to set up some checks for everything. The Ripper for hand traps, the Crystron cards for continued follow-up. I mean, there's so much that goes on when you are building a deck, and it is amazing to see just how resilient this deck is so far. And a lot of people were doom posting about Crystron K9, saying how it is unplayable, but quite frankly, you only need one inclusion, and Kamal really showing his strengths here. Now, will he be able to turn lock Cam or nah? Only time can tell. So we're going to see him now search for the Izuna, and he's going to look at Cam's hand, which is pre-prep, Lightning Storm, Ghost Spell, Rituals, and Prayer. So I think Kamal has game. Kamal special summoning out Jokul and Izuna. Izuna is going to go ahead and dump a copy of Lupus to the graveyard. Unfortunately, I do not think Cam wins this one, because that bell is going to be used to stop the Quinnery if he, Kamal decides to go for the lock. Even if he doesn't, I don't see Cam winning unless he doesn't get locked, basically. So, oh man, this is really tough. Kamal also has a copy of Called by the Grave, so he doesn't even have to use the Ripper if he doesn't want to. But here, we're going to see two machines link off for the gadget, Platinum Gadget, summoning out the Scrap Recycler dumping a copy of Smyger. Smyger here, I guess it won't be used yet. We're going to see Clockwork Knight, and then Clockwork Knight tribute the gadget to summon back out the Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler dumping another monster, which could be a Sulfefnir. We'll see what ends up being dumped, and it is the Sulfefnir. From here, we're going to see him link off for an SP Little Knight. I did not see Mega Fleet in Cam's extra deck, so doesn't matter. We're going to see Dagda summoned out here. Now, Kamal seems to be calming himself down, calming his nerves, and, taking it step by step so that he does not make any mistakes here. Smyger being used to search out for the inclusion. Inclusion should be activated to search for a copy of Solfador, but okay, looks like at first he is going to go for the Clockwork Knight, which is going to allow Dagda to set for the artifact Mjolnir. From here, we're going to see Crystron inclusion now to search for a copy of the Crystron Solfador. Solfador being discarded to summon out the Sulfefnir, which gets hit with Bell. And he chooses to go ahead and call by the grave the bell here. And you can see the crowd is going wild because Cameron picks up his cards, and Kamal is your YCS Anaheim 2025 champion.
It's a really awesome deck that he was able to win this YCS with. Very creative. It's not something I had seen before.
Absolutely amazing. An incredible duelist. He's been playing for so long, and he's been an unstoppable force for so long. Wow, I just can't believe it. A 6-time YCS champion, another one. I don't think I ever thought anyone would win 6, let alone multiple people. And now Kamal joins an upper echelon of elite duelists with 6 YCS wins under his belt.
Yeah, incredible.